So let's talk a bit more about creating a launch strategy. You want to build anticipation and excitement, right? And you can do that through a well-timed sequence of communication events. So it's not just, oh yeah, here's our new logo. We want to plan this a little bit. Now, how big this is, how big the strategy is, depends a little bit on your brand and how much time and money you have available, what your budget is for something like this. But you can plan it no matter what. You're probably excited to show your new brand off to the world, but it will have more impact if you wait a bit and you give it some thought. You also want to be sure that nobody, team members or partners or anybody else, leaks anything before you unveil your new brand. The purpose of a launch strategy is to build anticipation and generate some buzz. And with that, you can maximize the impact of your brand launch. You want to try to get as much out of it as possible, right? A launch strategy is a plan that outlines how you introduce that new brand to the target audience. You want to create excitement and you want to engage the audience effectively. So, here are some effective launch tactics. Those are the three that stand out to me that I've seen used the most. So, teaser campaigns, that's exactly what it sounds like. You tease what's coming. Teasers are often a little bit cryptic, or they're just partial glimpses of what's coming. They're supposed to pique curiosity and stimulate discussions. Then we have countdowns, obviously. They build some suspense. They're highlighting like how many days and hours or minutes remain until the launch. And they also create a sense of urgency and anticipation. People are starting to look forward to it. It's like, ooh, we're almost there. I wonder what it's going to be like. And then there are sneak peeks. You can share sneak peeks of the brand's new elements, such as the logo or the color palette or packaging, and just give people like a tantalizing preview of what you're working on. Apple is really known for its secretive approach, and they've really mastered the teaser campaigns. They actually have a combination of the three things that I just mentioned. They often include suspenseful countdowns, and people get really excited. All the tech enthusiasts and Apple fans, they get really excited for the next launch. They also include sneak peeks, create videos like close-ups of the next phone and things like that. I think they're in the middle of the launch, actually. So pay attention how they're doing that, how they're gearing up for the next release, how they're sharing things, what they're sharing about it, and yeah, how they go about it. You can learn from the big guys. Marvel Studios is another great example. They strategically release teaser trailers and posters for their upcoming movies, and they spark discussion and fan anticipation long before they actually release the movie. Just start paying attention what the big brands are doing and then get some ideas from them. You can do this on a smaller scale. You're not going to have posters, but you have social media that you can use and it doesn't cost you anything. Just some thought and a plan. But don't forget, you need to tailor your strategy to your audience. You've done the work, you have your strategy. Just pay attention to your audience's preferences and behaviors. Where are they hanging out? What do they love? And the communication channels they're using so you can actually reach the right people. And then craft a strategy around that that resonates with them. Adapt the tone and the visuals and the messaging to align with the brand's personality and the values. Keep your brand archetype mix in mind, your brand persona. Think about how this person would launch the brand. If you're a more serious brand, you might choose a different approach than a playful one. So just think about how that would play out. Consider the platform where your audience spends the most time. If your audience is active on social media, focus on leveraging those channels. If your audience values connection more, they might prefer a live in-person event.